Minor Grand Trine in astrology explained, the AstroKing. Minor Grand Trine. The Minor Grand Trine, also known as the small talent triangle, is a balanced, supportive aspect pattern in Western astrology, formed by one wide trine, 120 degrees, anchored by two perimeter sextiles, 60 degrees, meeting at a focal apex planet. It forms a compact triangle spanning 1/3 of the zodiac wheel. Unlike the passive ease of a full grand trine, the minor grand trine incorporates the active, curious drive of sextiles, allowing the individual to consciously channel innate talents into real-world achievements. What is a minor grand trine? A minor grand trine is a three-planet configuration that combines natural talent with active opportunity. The two base planets share a 120 degrees trine, establishing a foundation of shared understanding, ease, and harmony. Meanwhile, both base planets form 60 degrees sextile aspects to a third planet at the apex. This geometry acts like an active funnel. The focal apex planet translates the passive, comfortable talent of the underlying base trine into practical, creative output. Base trine, 120 degrees, provides a solid foundation of innate harmony, natural alignment, and ease. Two perimeter sextiles, 60 degrees, stimulate mental curiosity, practical opportunity, and active communication. Focal apex planet serves as the dynamic outlet that directs and applies the trine energy. Compact triangle geometry covers 120 degrees of the zodiac wheel, bridging complementary elements. Why the minor grand trine matters. Astrologers value the minor grand trine because it bridges the gap between passive potential and conscious achievement. A full grand trine can sometimes lead to inertia or complacency because there are no stimulating external aspects forcing action. In contrast, the apex planet of a minor grand trine provides the necessary spark, urging the chart holder to develop, refine, and express their innate gifts. Individuals with this configuration are often skilled problem solvers, capable of taking broad concepts, trine, and building workable, real-world solutions. Sextiles. Core structural breakdown. To identify an exact minor grand trine in a natal chart, verify these geometric requirements. 1. Base trine. Planet A forms a 120 degrees trine with planet B. 2. First sextile. Planet A forms a 60 degrees sextile with apex planet C. 3. Second sextile. Planet B forms a 60 degrees sextile with apex planet C. 4. Focal outlet. Planet C sits at the 60 degrees midpoint between planet A and planet B. Strengths and potential challenges. The primary strength of a minor grand trine is the ability to connect natural talents and transform opportunities into practical achievements. Individuals with this pattern often possess flexibility, curiosity, and an appetite for skill building. They naturally spot connections that others overlook and combine separate ideas into a specialized area of expertise. However, because sextiles require action to manifest, these gifts may remain dormant if the person does not actively apply them. Unlike a grand trine, the minor grand trine rewards active engagement. Ability to seamlessly synthesize innate talent into practical output. High capacity for learning, intellectual curiosity, and creative problem solving. Strong adaptability when navigating changing environments. Skill in connecting complementary elements. Fire, air or earth, water. Potential challenge. Talents may remain underutilized without conscious effort. Potential challenge. Risk of overthinking or overanalyzing simple opportunities. The role of the focal apex planet. The planet receiving both sextile aspects acts as the primary integration point and action hub of the Minor Grand Trine. This planet shows where the individual focuses their energy, makes active choices, and expresses the underlying talent of the base trine. The focal planet serves as the outlet where latent potential is refined into visible, practical mastery. Mercury focal apex expresses talent through writing, technical analysis, communication, and teaching. Venus focal apex expresses talent through creative arts, diplomacy, design, and social orchestration. Mars focal apex expresses talent through decisive action, initiative, athletic performance, and execution. Jupiter focal apex expresses talent through philosophical expansion, publishing, mentorship, and vision. Saturn focal apex expresses talent through structural mastery, long-term strategy, and management. Minor Grand Trine versus Grand Trine. While both patterns feature trines, their internal mechanics differ significantly. Grand Trine, 120 degrees to 120 degrees 120 degrees, consists of 3 planets in a closed loop spanning all 3 signs of a single element: fire, earth, air, or water. It creates supreme harmony but carries a risk of self-containment or lack of drive. Minor Grand Trine, 120 degrees to 60 degrees 60 degrees, consists of 1 base trine and 2 sextiles focused on an apex planet. Because sextiles connect complementary polarities, fire, air or earth, water, it encourages active learning, skill development, and external expression. Example: step-by-step aspect geometry. Consider a birth chart with precise planetary positions across fire and air signs. Base planet 1, Sun at 10 degrees Aries. Fire. Base planet 2, Jupiter at 10 degrees Leo. Fire. Focal apex planet, Mercury at 10 degrees Gemini. Air. Geometry check. 1. Base trine. Sun at 10 degrees Aries, Jupiter at 10 degrees Leo equals exact 120 degrees trine. Innate confidence, creative leadership, and optimism. 2. First sextile. Sun at 10 degrees Aries, Mercury at 10 degrees Gemini equals exact 60 degrees sextile. 3. Second sextile. Jupiter at 10 degrees Leo, Mercury at 10 degrees Gemini equals exact 60 degrees sextile. Interpretation. The underlying Sun-Jupiter trine provides an endless well of creative confidence and vision. Mercury at 10 degrees Gemini serves as the focal apex, giving the individual the precise linguistic skills, mental agility, and curiosity required to convert those big ideas into real-world projects, writing, or strategy. How to interpret a minor grand trine in a natal chart. When interpreting a minor grand trine, astrologers analyze the specific planets, signs, and house placements involved. The pattern acts as a dedicated talent bridge, highlighting where energy flows most constructively when consciously applied. 1. Identify the 2 planets forming the 120 degrees base trine. 2. Locate the focal apex planet receiving both 60 degrees sextile aspects. 3. Check the element pairing. Fire, air or earth, water. To determine the operational style. 4. Examine the house placements to find the life areas where these talents best unfold. 5. Look for any hard aspects, squares, oppositions, contacting the apex planet that might act as additional triggers for action.